Hey everyone, welcome to my review of the Hubsan X4 H107C. You can get a great deal by following the link in the description below. You can get the best deal over there on Amazon. There are a few versions of this quadcopter. This one comes with the upgraded HD 720p camera and goes for around $80 to $90. There's also one with a standard definition camera for around $50 and a version with no camera that sells around $40. Whichever one you get, you're going to love the X4. Overall, this is a super fun quad, and I love how I can get aerial HD video for less than $100. Now, before I get started into this mini quadcopter, I want to stress the importance of trimming your helicopter or quadcopter before flying it. I've answered a lot of questions, and I see a lot of bad reviews about the stability, and about 90% of the time, from what I can tell, it's because a quad or helicopter isn't trimmed properly before flying. Also, any bit of breeze will really raise the difficulty level when flying a small quad like this. So make sure you fly when there's little to no wind. Early in the morning is the best time. Mine came with the blade protectors, and with the Hubsan X4, I highly recommend leaving the protectors on. These little blades spin extremely fast and very powerful, and while they were not going to cut your finger off, they can easily cut you. I've been cut many times before on my thumb while carrying the quadcopter, just because the controller got bumped. If you flip it on full, it's just going to stay on full. It's not going to come back to zero. Unfortunately, these blades do come off when it strikes something, which is kind of annoying. My Cyma X1 blades have lasted me through over 50 crashes. These, on the other hand, are a bit brittle. They spin so fast that they break and they chip very easily. Mine came with an extra set of blades, which is great. They will leave nasty marks on your TV, walls, or anything else you hit inside. That's why I recommend flying the X4 outside. It's small and it looks like it would be great to fly indoors, and if you have the blade protectors on, it's certainly doable, but it's such a fast quad that it's hard to keep it from banging into the walls. And when you're learning to fly, I highly recommend flying over grass. It will give you that soft cushion when you're learning to fly. Now, the version with the camera, it's a little bit heavier and it's a little sluggish to accelerate. If you get the one without the camera, it's going to be a little more responsive. But once this one gets going, it hauls butt. As you can see in the video, you can really see how this little quad takes off. And with such a small quad, it can become very hard to tell if it's coming towards you or going away from you. It's happened to me a couple times, once over water when I nearly lost it. Luckily, I guessed the right direction and it flew back towards me. Make sure you keep track of what direction is forward and back on this quadcopter. If you fly too far away, especially in the wind, if the wind takes it away, you're going to lose this little quad pretty quickly. I've had a lot of close calls, especially when I was first trying to learn this quadcopter. I thought flying it up high would be safe, but be very careful. The range isn't bad. About 90 feet, that's when it starts cutting out. Now, it doesn't just fall completely out of the sky. You'll notice it just start twitching when you've gone too far. The camera quality isn't bad for a micro camera aboard a tiny quad. It does get some jello, and you have to be smooth on the controls, or else you're going to get a bunch of blurred footage. Now, to record your video, you have to hit a small button that's on the side of the quadcopter when you're ready to start recording. And then when you're done recording, when you bring the quadcopter back into land, you actually have to hit that button again, or else the video will not save. It's been frustrating. There's been a couple flights when I really wanted to see the footage that I've captured, but I disconnected the battery before hitting that button a second time to stop the video, and unfortunately it just doesn't record to the micro SD card. Also, because this isn't a super wide angle lens, you need to make sure that you fly a little bit higher to get some good footage, or else you're just going to see a lot of moving ground beneath you. The upgraded X4 does come with extra blades and a blade guard. I really wish it came with an extra battery, because the battery for me only lasts about 4 to 6 minutes. There are a couple packages out there with extra blades and parts that I will include in the links below. I'll also include a link to my recommended micro SD card. You can get 16 gigabyte SD card for around $12. That'll fit perfectly in this quad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give me that thumbs up, and make sure to check the description below. I included links to all the different kinds of X4s, the one with the high definition, standard definition, and the one without the camera.
bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum 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 dum dum ba-dum ba-dum dum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum 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 dum dum ba-dum ba-dum dum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum dum dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum 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 bum.